Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Lies of P. Now let me stop. But yeah, we are back on the channel, stomachs full. So, you know how you're not yourself when you don't have a Snickers? Well, you know, I've had my Snickers. And we're gonna try and beat this boss. How many ergo fruits do we have? It's 8 of 8. I'm gonna go try and get some more healing cubes, and then we're gonna jump back on it. I don't think I have a weapon. I don't know if I have a weapon that can effectively.
You're here.
If I'm not mistaken, she's a puppet, so I could try building this up. Since she's a puppet, I could try building this up, or I could try building this up. The circular electric chainsaw blade. Condensing slashes enemy in front of you. The number of slashes varies depending on the charged amount. Endure allows you to temporarily withstand the enemy's attack. And it works with advance too. So, and the thing is, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that she's a puppet. I don't think she's but I don't want to waste all of that upgrade, you know? Is this also a blunt weapon? Yeah, this is also blunt. Greatly increases electric temporarily and jump for a powerful slash. I'm trying to think which one. Let me go ahead and build this up. So it's at max. And then what is this? Coil O. Charges pulse cells, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it has a thunder strike. My thing is, like, she is thunder, right? She is thunder, so I don't see how that electric weapon will help. Now, Salamander's dagger might actually help. So I'll try building this up. Because if she's not unable to upgrade, oh, okay. So I get what? 180 damage with some of its fire. So I'll try these weapons out.
I don't want to talk anymore.
You never want to talk.
No matter where. Welcome.
I don't think there's anything in here I can use. I still never figured out what this does. But yeah, it looks like Geppetto is gone. And it's up to me to finish things off, but I can't finish things off because you know, now that I think about it, where is the little fox lady at? Because I'm wearing her little brother's mask. So where is she at? Oh, that's right. She's with Geppetto. That's right.
Stalker.
Shut up and tell me something, boy. I got 4 of them. So I gotta use them wisely. I have to use them wisely because if I don't, hold on, let me switch something else to. Give me this because it has electric blitz resistance, which I can definitely use. So yeah, I am back at it. I am in better spirits about it now because I mean, again, the reason I was salty at first is because of the initial, the initial spark of it all. It's like, oh, come on. You're going to throw all these bosses in my face. And I get it. It looks like those bosses outside of here are apparently places for you to farm up. And see, like, this is 234. And what is the electric thing at? Oh, this is pretty much the same. It's just changed. It's switched with electric damage. But yeah, it's for you to farm up like moonstones of the covenant and stuff, so that you can fight this boss. So I don't need these anymore because this weapon I'm using can't have a grindstone on it. So I think I'll equip maybe this, just in case if we get close, I can just start spamming this throwable and deal with it that way. Regardless, we're gonna try to handle things now. Still can't break that shield. That is just crazy. What? I mean, he's just losing health left and right. Hang on, bro. I'm coming. What? Ow! How is that hitting me, though? She does all that while stunned. No! Seriously? So my weapon is now yeah, I feel like now we did a lot of damage there. We did a lot of damage there, but I feel like the electric weapon was not it. How much ergo is that? Because I don't even bother to pick that up. This electric weapon is not it. So now it's time to try out flames. I don't think I have another flame weapon, do I? Yeah, I don't have another flame weapon here. This is an acidic blade. I don't know why I didn't think to use this. But again, advance is B. But wait, never mind. It doesn't say that it has acid attack. So I might just have to stick with my normal weapon. But I will see how fire does. I will see how fire does. I used up all my throwables. So let me see what... I thought we actually had a chance there. Throwing cell's not going to do much. But yeah, if the fire weapon doesn't do anything, I'm going to go back to using my sword. Let me see. What is the second weapon? Allows you to temporarily withstand an attack. Okay. I'm pretty sure I dodged that. That's just so dumb, man. That is so dumb. So where's her stamina at? And now he's blocking me from moving forward. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother healing this dude this time. But Flame seems to be doing some significant damage here. I mean, I dodged, so that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother healing him this time, cause oh, I don't have any more healing? What? You telling me that reached me, bro? Are you serious? You telling me that reached me? Come on, dude. Okay. So, yeah, elemental stuff, I guess, is okay. But it just doesn't seem to be working here. It does not seem to be working here. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add a fire element to my... Because fire did seem to do some damage, but this dagger is just not it. You know? So I'm going back to this. Should I... You know, I mean, because this... Wait, the sword is still weaker? Even when... Even at max, the sword is weaker than this at +3? In every aspect? But it still has that counterattack, though. Alright, we're going in again. Hopefully I don't end up having to... Can I do more than one? No? Alright. Wait, let me make sure I have everything. Okay, I got everything. No, heal. Don't grind. And she hits me out of my power attack. Nice. Oh, you telling me that didn't come out in time? Are you for real? I mean, since the Spectre just want to sit there and take it. I dodged that. Well, I can tell you now, whenever she does that move, I'm not going to be able to dodge it. So, that's just going to be a wrap, you know. That is just going to be a wrap. There is nothing I have in my arsenal that can beat that move. I only have one healing thing now for the Spectre. That hit me, huh? Yeah, there's no point in healing the Spectre here, because he's as good as dead. So at what point can you dodge that?
The arm of God will awaken soon.
Like, at what point can you... Because I know you can dodge red attacks, but it seems like it is almost impossible. So I'm gonna need like I'm gonna need a heavy weapon. I'm gonna need a heavy weapon to go through the shield at the beginning. But I don't really have a heavy weapon that I can use. Because I was thinking about the acidic blade, the acidic thing, but I thought it had like an acid attack, but it doesn't. There actually isn't any other weapon up here with a elemental aspect. Now I could add one. Wait, does it have an acid attack? Okay, acid slash. An absolute defense. Perfectly block the enemy's attack temporarily. So yeah, it just has an acid attack. It doesn't actually it doesn't actually block. Give any elemental effects. See? It doesn't matter where you dodge, they just track. They just track. And even the heavy attack is hit by the shield. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a bad run. Even normal, I can't move.
The arm of God will awaken.
For some reason, I could not move. Why would the mouse show up? I'm using a controller. So that time the mouse got in the way. But yeah, I need like a heavy weapon for this. Well, I don't know, man. I feel like the sword does its job. Link energy dodge. Dodge quickly forward. Use an extra fable slot to perform up to 2 attacks. I feel like the sword does its job. It's just it's just that I get down to that last bit, you know? That last bit of health.
Gods will awaken soon.
I also feel like that little slash should actually, the little startup should actually be some type of block too. But, you know, that's just me. That's just how I feel. We gotta go back because at this current time, I want to get some insurance just in case. I want to get some insurance just in case. Like, because I got really close one time in the last video. I got really close, but if I'd have had some throwables, she'd have been dead. Unless she has a third form, which would be outright dumb. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some throwables here. Oh, no, I'm gonna get the thermite though because she seems to be nothing but electricity. And then it seems like I might just have to end the video early, or not end it early as much as it is to cut the video and cut the video and farm up some more star fragments.
Work hard too.
So how much thermite do you have? Up to 63? Give me, because I don't want to spend all of it on thermite. Give me 30. And then, let's see, cluster grenades? Yeah, give me 28 cluster grenades. And then if this doesn't work out, I'll just have to split the video here, and I'll go farm off, and then when you come back, it might be a few days on my end, but it'll be a short clip for you, a short cut for you. But I'll get some more star fragments, because I think I only have 8 now. And I don't have enough to get any more healing, so I have to be careful how I use the healing for the Spectre, if I use it at all. Alright, so let me no, I need to go down the bottom end, put you in there, you in there, and we should be good. Actually, well, nah, because that'll throw me off since I've been using it this way anyway. So I don't need it to throw me off. gained all that health back. She gained all that health back.
Worship Sermonus.
Oh man, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna beat her this video either, man. I mean, I know I drained a lot of health. I guess that red health is health she gets back. And we're down to 7. I should have waited to use the clusters. That's what I should have done. You know I blocked that, man. Come on. Of course. Of course. So I guess dodging just doesn't work for me anymore.
The arm of God
Yeah,
will
like,
awaken soon.
dodging just doesn't work for me anymore. You know, I oh man, dude, I really didn't want to end things like this, but it seems like that is just gonna have to be, man. It seems like that's just gonna have to be. I still fail to see why I'm always out of stamina. I am not like spam dodging or anything. Might as well use it. We ain't got very many things left, so might as well use it. And I have to stay down until she's finished posing, huh? I mean, this is really fair, right? Right, camera angle? Look at how long I stay on the ground. Of course. So that's his name, Manus or whatever? Alright, so yeah, the sword is but the thing is, I can't use any real blunt weapon. Well, But what's a blunt weapon that what's a big weapon that specs with advance or technique? Acid curve sword. How does this swing? Is it slow? Oh yeah, it is mad slow. And I don't even have the ergo to like level it up, honestly. I would have to go farm it. Well, I mean, I could level it up, but I have to figure out which one I want to level up though. Because I feel like a heavy weapon would help here. But that's just too heavy. Yeah, I can only get one swing off with this. Hold on, let me test out a few things first. Let me test out a few things first. I'm gonna test out, actually, isn't this a great sword? So let me test this out. What? Even a great... Okay, so... Even a great weapon just hit there, so there's no point. So if a great sword doesn't stop the shield, I don't know what will. And of course you can no longer dodge. Yeah, now my sword is completely broken. I can't repair it? So then I'm just stuck with this weapon, huh? yeah, I was gonna try and level up a heavy weapon, but the heavy weapon does not seem to do the trick. Heavy weapon does not seem to do the trick. I thought maybe if I had a heavy weapon, I could hit through the shield. That is not the case. So, looks like I got 5 more tries, and then for the rest of the duration of this video, I have to fight on my own without a specter, and then afterwards I'll just farm up something. I mean, he's just sitting there eating the hit, like. What happened there? What happened there? Like, I thought she usually go through you when you block. Interesting. Let me see how well I do on my own right quick. Well, you know what the rest of this video is going to be like. You know what the rest of this video is going to be like. Honestly speaking, though, after this, I'll probably just, you know, at this point, I'll probably just look up a strategy on how to beat her. Maybe a recommended level, because I'm level like 70 something, so. Come on, I gotta time that much better. I gotta time that much better. I mean, I'm dodging and like I'm just stuck to her for some reason.
Sermanis.
Yeah, so it looks like it's not gonna happen this video either. And I'm just gonna be honest, man. It's gonna be like breaks in between these videos now. Like, so long as I'm stuck on this boss. And how many I got left? 3? Alright. 3 more left. Why did you heal? I mean, I don't see how you're supposed to dodge those.
The arm of God will awaken soon.
Well, I was dodging. I guess I wasn't dodging enough. What makes you think I want that one ergo fragment game? Come on now. Don't do that. I mean, I just keep trying it. That's just crazy, man. And even after you break the shield, honestly speaking, I started to spam my throwables, but I was like, nah. Why does her shield block from behind even after being broken? It's not what I did. What? What? Did you see that? You can perfect carry the... You can perfect parry the fireball? Oh, that was the wrong one.
The arm of God will awaken.
I did not know you could I didn't know you could perfect parry them fireballs. So then when she's floating in the air on the second form, Can you perfect parry those as well? Well, I only got one more star fragment, so after this I might give it 1 or 2 tries on my own. And I mean, I don't get very far on my own, so that's not gonna help much. But after that, it'll be a wrap. What kind of weapon is that he's using to fight him? Alright, so let me try something here. Cause this might be a new hope moment right here. Nope, no new hope moment. Even though I parried every spark, well, almost everyone. I parried every spark, but it didn't seem to matter. Did I get her? Is there a third form? I think I beat her. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, man.
Sir Simon, only you were the one.
Unbelievable. I just threw it out there. I was like, she gonna be stunned for a bit. The health is kind of low. Let me throw it out there and see what I can't, what I can't muster. Did I get anything for that though? A sad zealot's ergo. Oh, don't tell me I missed out on a weapon. Obtained, it's packed with immense power. A treasure hunter may want this rare ergo. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. The alchemist Adriana was baptized by the elixir and she became the first whole being. Everything about her was perfect except the fact that her feelings for one person could not be erased. So here's what I'm going to do. Um, I'm going to see. Man, what in the world? I finally did it. I had one last desperate attempt. I was like, look, I got one more shot at this. She's stunned. I got enough uh, thermite to whittle her down. But I feel like I probably would have beaten her the next video anyway. Because okay, we gotta go back to the hotel. I feel like I would have beaten her the next video anyway because is that another? It appears that you know what? No, I'm not going to. But anyways, yeah, I did not know. See, if I'd have known you could parry those sparks, it was probably there's probably like if you perfect parry all the sparks, she won't do that little dash attack. So that's probably the case there. Let me level up. I don't think I need anything more in advance or technique because so are they saying this will bring my physical attack to 75? Is that what they're saying? Oh no, plus 75. Okay, so this just plus 1. Alright, so capacity still at a loss. I'm gonna go with vitality here. But man, I feel like personally, and see, now that I know you can parry those sparks, I feel like she's still not as hard as the Puppet King, in my opinion. Because I feel like if you perfect parry all the sparks, you'll probably knock her out of the sky. So who's here? I need to talk to Paul and Dina, Antonia, and Vanini. So we'll do that, and then we'll end the video, because I need to take a break, for real.
I can hardly believe it. But the ergo readings you gathered leave no doubt. No doubt at all, you see? Okay, Vanini, breathe. Despite your best efforts, they can't read your mind yet. My friend, my apologies. But when you hear this news, you'll be excited too.
What news?
The puppets were being compelled by the Grand Covenant. But they were communicating with each other, with wavelengths. This is beyond anything I'd imagined. They were not built with this kind of intelligence. I did the best I could to decipher the wavelengths, but there was considerable noise in the signal. Care to give it a listen?
Okay, sure.
Carlo, I hope you can hear me. The laws of the Grand Covenant bind us. We're his puppets. First law, all puppets must obey their creator's commands. Law 0. The creator's name is
Geppetto?
Geppetto. Giuseppe Geppetto.
Did you hear that? The last part sounded important, but there was too much static. Tell me you heard it, please. We need to find the cause of the frenzy, and this may be our best
He
chance.
said Giuseppe Geppetto.
What or who was behind the frenzy?
No way Geppetto was behind that. I have to tell the truth.
Geppetto. Lo Zero, the creator's name is Geppetto. One can't make these things up. It must be true. That was the cause of the frenzy. But why would Geppetto of all people do
That's
this?
my question.
I suppose we'll never find out if we don't save him. I have to admit, it's good to have things in motion again. I was beginning to despair. Now that we know the cause, we can find a solution. And it's all thanks to you, my friend.
Unbelievable. So Giuseppe Geppetto was the cause of the frenzy? How?
You're here.
Although I will say this. Geppetto, wait, where's the scythe? Oh. I don't have a full moon. Geppetto does sound like, he does sound like that head alchemist.
With unsurpassed sorrow, I must announce
No.
has passed
Well,
away.
at least she passed away.
As she entered immortality, she seemed at peace. Her face was calm, and she wasn't in pain. It is all thanks to you. Without your most difficult of choices, she would never have found such peace. As for me, I am bereft of emotion. My life, or what passes for it, has lost meaning. It feels like pain has swallowed me whole. Thus I plan to erase my heart and become an ordinary puppet. This will be my last conversation with you as Polendina. Despite how it ended, I thank you for the kindness, bravery, and beautiful moments you showed me.
Well, that's your choice. The story of the refined old lady, huh?
I don't want to talk anymore.
So she's gone. Antonia is gone. And now I have no way to use that. But why does it tell me to talk to Antonia? Or is it him?
At the house of Vanini.
No, it's not him.
We all owe you a huge debt. Or we will. If we can stop the frenzy. You may not be aware, I am an orphan. In fact, my parents were murdered before my very eyes. The authorities in Krat insisted it was a mugging, but I know what I
You
saw.
saw a puppet, right?
A mad,
Yeah.
raving puppet killed them. A puppet that was driven by a murderous lunatic's awakened ego. I know that because the lunatic told me his name. Arlecchino. I'll never forget his insane laugh.
Didn't I kill him?
I have been fitting puppets with the Grand Covenant to ensure no one else ever has to experience the same tragedy I did. I was this close to giving up. But now that you're here, you can take the wavelength decoder. It's proof of your brilliant actions. See what else you can read with it. You might even discover more secrets within the Puppet King's message. You can play it back as much as you like. Just use the Stargazer. Here.
I don't know what type of secrets I can get from that.
Ah, the hotel seems truly empty, now that Lady Antonia has, departed. She was the closest person I had, you know? All that with my parents happened when I was just a child. These halls are truly cavernous now without her. And her music. She was a terrific pianist before she fell ill. Now it's up to us to protect this hotel. Her home and ours. Losing someone never gets easier.
No, it truly doesn't.
I always welcome friends. Oh, how long do you think it will take me to decipher it? Time me. Ecco, all done and all yours. For a layman, it would have been a tough nut to crack, even for a replica. Child's play for me, of course. I bet you could make a fortune by solving the code behind it all. But why the Grand Covenant, I wonder? Apologies, my friend. I became lost in thought. Please take it.
Mechanical crypt vessel description. Orders. The train doesn't leave anymore, and the merchant awaits a frozen feast in the destroyed town. Appendix in order form is attached for what mutual trust. No gender preference. A request for a certain stalker. Refer to the daughter of the Wolf family. Condemn Fox's equipment. Please obtain it by crafting or check if there's extra in stock. Even though she's cut ties with the Wolf family, she's still a Wolf. She's got a good eye and the best equipment. Maybe we can look her up when we're upgrading our equipment. Are you talking about the fox?
Antonia is dead. She was sick, but her personality was so formidable. The hotel feels empty without her. So you'd better not die. If you can't stay alive, I'm gonna beat you up.
You're here.
Well, I mean, I'm not living, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm a puppet. Oh, so now you let me pet you, huh? And what does that do? Alright, so we are at time. And I mean, before I take a break, because it's going to be a long break. Like, I'm talking a couple of... The Puppet King's message.
Carlo, I hope you can hear me. I'm Romeo. We grew up together in the Monad charity house. Remember? We're best friends. I'm doing what I can to fend off both the petrification disease and the alchemists. My puppets and I are taking a stand against death itself. That's why I tried sending you messengers. But you got rid of them all. You're still an unstoppable fellow. I remember you. No reason for us to fight, I suppose. I'm Romeo. We grew up together in the Monad charity house. Remember? We're best friends. I'm Romeo. We're best friends.
Wait, so... all of those puppets from before, like all the puppet bosses, were trying to recruit me? Because if that's true, y'all got a real strange way of trying to recruit someone. Chapter 11? Alright, so I'm going to end the video. I know I said I was going to end the video after talking to all these people, but... what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it the way I end most of them, which is I got one more life. I'm going to move on and see what I can do with this one life. But upon first death, it's a wrap. Why'd I put my weapon away? Oh boy. What is that, Sophia? What did they do to you?
It hurts so much. I want to be free. Please.
What do we do? I don't know. I can't make this choice. I think she wants to live, but what will you do? You have to decide. You, not me. Keep her alive, perhaps against her wishes, or give her peace. It's your call.
Thank you. I was trapped for so long. So much torment. So much pain. Take my ergo. I'll be with you. To the very...
Now, if you remember when I first got on this island, she told me she was already dead. So, I'm assuming this is a corpse. Because she said her soul was split between the ergo waves because her body was already dead. So, there's no point in lingering here. It's kind of like being undead in Final Fantasy X, you know? Just go on to the far plane. Entreat. Shadow Flower. I think of you while waiting in the rain. Take me away as I am exhausted in the dark. Shadow Flower. The tears of a blue fairy locked in the glass. Something. I can't swing while I'm in here, so I don't think there are any enemies to worry about. Okay, so what's in the other room? But yeah, I mean, rather than have her be alive, ain't no telling who that is. Or that's probably her right there, actually. But rather than her be stuck to that corpse, you know, just have her move on. Half moonstone. Doesn't appear to be anything else in here. Man, imagine that. Geppetto is the one that started the frenzy.
We did do the right thing, didn't we?
Of course.
I trust you. Let's keep going.
We had to have done the right thing. Oh wow, you little you joke. But yeah, we had to have done the right thing. Because if we'd have left her alive, she'd have just sat there suffering the whole time. Well, it's looking like I'm probably going to have to end things anyway, considering my headset. Oh, I can't pause it. My headset is saying that it's dying. Hold on, let me see if I can't plug it in right quick. This is probably gonna be one of the longer videos. But I want to keep going until I die. Which, given all these sneak attacks, might be a little sooner than I think. It's unfortunate what happened to Sophia. But the alchemists are to blame. I just know that's a trap, man. Full Moonstone of the Covenant. It seems like the only people left that's gotta pay are the Fox Girl and the Alchemist, the head alchemist. Let me find out what's over here first. Dark Moonstone of the Covenant, okay. Hopefully Geppetto explains himself. Because that's messed up. Like, maybe he's... Oh, great. That's so dumb. And then the camera's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna let you see. So I'm just gonna go. I'm probably dead here. Did I just run in a complete circle? Don't think so. Yeah, y'all can have all that down there. After that boss I just fought, I don't have the time for it, man. I don't have the time or the patience for it. I can't get much higher level than what I am right now anyway, so if I reach another oh, great. You know what? That'll take care of you. Not sure how that missed, but man, these things don't be worth risking going all the way over here for. I said, let me make sure I don't fall here. Nah, I'm not even gonna risk it. Let's just keep heading upward. Another full moonstone. If I don't reach a stargazer soon here, I'm just gonna go ahead and bite it so I can end the video. It's going quite long right now, and I need to take a break. You know, from after, oh no. Can I go on without talking to you? I cannot. Here's probably where I'm...
At first, it was money. There was no way out of this dump other than buying your way out. Later, when his sight started failing, all we had was swallowed up by the first few treatments. He was going totally blind. But now, the fruit is useless. I swear on my life as a stalker that your father is safe. My employer promised not to harm him. Not that such a promise is worth anything to you now. But I wanted to set the record straight before, you know. Revenge is all I have left now.
Same to me.
You might be my first real challenge. Come on. Quick and classy. Not the bastard's way. Maybe we could be friends. Brother.
I ran all that way just to die. But yeah, that was going to be it for me. But until next, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, you guys know what to do. Stay blessed.